We just got our hands on an iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let's check it out. So what we know about this iPhone is that it comes in an aerospace grade titanium design, which not only makes it really strong, it also makes it a lot lighter, about 50 grams lighter than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So the iPhone 15 Plus comes with a 3x telephoto lens, where the Pro Max comes with a 5x telephoto lens. What this means for photographers is that you have an extra lens built into your phone, so you don't have to carry all these different lenses around with you for portrait photography or videography, whatever it is that you're trying to create or capture. Great thing about this, you can now take a normal photo and turn it into a portrait just with a click of a button. If you take a picture and you want to put your subject more in focus, you can do that by changing the aperture with a click of a button, and that will blur out the background. The one feature that I'm most excited about is the ability to shoot in log format. This is the first smartphone to support ACES, which is a global color standard for movie productions, and it stands for Academy Color Encoding Systems. This gives you more range and flexibility for color grading in post. So if you're making vlogs or YouTube videos or any content and you want to color grade, this could be a game changer. And this sequence of the video was actually shot in log format and color graded in DaVinci Resolve. So let me know what you think. So the night mode lets you see your subjects more clearly, and we've come to Central to test it out. The advanced quad pixel sensor makes the most of the 48 megapixels, which means incredible detail in low light photography and videography. So this is the 1x zoom, then the 2x zoom, finally the 5x zoom. The new iPhone is equipped with an A17 Pro chip with the Pro Class GPU to give you that ultimate gaming experience. I used to play a lot of games on my PSP, but nothing has been able to replace that. Now I don't have time to play on my desktop. I do have a gaming PC, but because I love console games and the fact that this phone will allow me to play console games is all the more reason for me to upgrade. This phone will use hardware accelerated ray tracing, which will give you those fluid graphics and true to life lighting. Also using the Neural engine alongside its GPU will give you high resolution graphics while using less power. This chip has a 20% faster GPU with 6 cores and a 10% faster CPU. And it also has 4 times faster ray tracing than the A16 Bionic chip. The Pro Max offers an advanced Super Retina XDR Pro Motion display that gives you that 120 Hz refresh rate. So whilst you're playing games, you can play at 120 Hz. Having 120 Hz refresh rate gives you smoother scrolling as well as really good gameplay. However, the iPhone 15 Plus will still be capped at 60 Hz. So if you do want that 120 Hz refresh rate, then it would be better to invest in the Pro Max. But saying that, both of the phones will support full console games such as Resident Evil Village, which is not out yet, but is going to come out. Another major change this year is Apple moving from Lightning cable to USB-C. If you do want high transfer speeds, then you would have to opt for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, as that supports USB 3, which gives you 10 gigabytes a second transfer speeds. However, if you do go for the iPhone 15 Plus, that only has transfer speeds of 480 megabytes a second, which is a lot slower than the 10 gigabytes. But it does make sense if you're shooting analog and you're transferring 4K footage or pro resolution footage and you want to color grade and you just want it to happen a lot faster, then you would opt for the 15 Pro Max. If you do go for the 15 Plus, then you're limited to 480 megabytes a second. So that's another factor to keep in mind whilst you're thinking about upgrading. It depends on what you want. Now, lastly, Apple introduced the action button. And now the action button I find a little bit awkward because it's hard to reach. It's all the way up on the left corner. The only useful thing that I found it to be quite handy for is taking pictures. So I use it to open my camera. I just flip the phone, press the button, and I start taking videos or take pictures. I don't know what else I would use this for, but I'm pretty sure other people will come up with brilliant ideas of how to use this action button. You can use it to sort of turn on your torch light, to open certain apps, or to record voice memos if you want to quickly record a meeting. It's really great for that, but it depends on what you want to use it for. Now, ideally, it would have made sense if the button was around the middle or at the bottom somewhere, and we could just press it with one of your fingers at the bottom and that did a certain action. Unless you have long fingers, I don't know, maybe you'll find a use for it. Now, what's the same? Everything else is pretty much the same. The front camera is still 12 megapixels. The design is generally the same. However, I think there's a few tests going around on social media where people have tested the back of the phone and it cracks. Now, the big question is, should I upgrade? Now, if you have an iPhone 11 or 12 or 10, then it's worth upgrading because you do get a lot more. The new iPhones, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, is about 70% faster than the iPhone 12. So in that sense, it would make sense to upgrade. But if you have the iPhone 13 or 14 Pro Max, I don't think you need to upgrade. There's not that much of a difference between the phones. However, if you are somebody who uses your phone to record content, to make vlogs, to make cinematic videos, then yes, I would say this is a better investment because you can shoot and log, color grade post-production, but I don't think it's worth upgrading from the 14 Pro Max because that already takes incredible footage. If you do want to get the phone, you'll have an extra lens in your pocket. So essentially, you're going to have 7 lenses in total, which could be really useful for photographers and videographers. Talking about the issue of the glass cracking in the back, this iPhone will have a cheaper repair cost compared to the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and I'm going to detail out how much this roughly costs and what the difference is between the two. It's a lot cheaper, so if your iPhone does crack, then hey, it's going to cost you less to fix it, which is good news. Now, bear in mind, if you do opt to upgrade, then the iPhone 15 Pro Max is going to set you back £1,200 for the 256 GB, and the iPhone 15 Plus starts from 128 GB, and that's going to cost you £1,000. Just for that extra £200, you're going to be paying for 120 Hertz refresh rate. You're going to be paying for the ability to shoot in log format, and that's pretty much it. £200, is that worth it? You tell me. That's it for this video. Leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. Is it worth the upgrade? Or if you have upgraded, let me know what you use the action button for. I need some ideas. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.